Priorat in Spain is kind of the new frontier of Spanish wines. I guess at this point it's not super new, but in reference to Spain and their wine history, which is extremely long, the Priorat has kind of come out of the shadows as one of the really all-star regions. I'm going to give you a little background story. The Priorat, historically, has been known for kind of really simple, really bland wines that were often rosé or just, you know, whatever was kind of for the local community. What the reality was is they weren't really realizing the full potential that their vineyards had for them. So if you were to imagine, have you ever seen Lord of the Rings? You know what Mordor looks like? It kind of looks like that, right? It's slate hills that are, you know, extremely heavily steeped, and then in reference to the way the vines are cultivated, they're usually made in, you know, little terraces, and oftentimes a terrace will have a single row, and it'll be 20 feet down to the next row. It's really like a wild place to grow vines. But the reality is that the farmers had been kind of cultivating vines there for so long that the vine age had gotten to be 100 years old in many vineyards. And so the age and the character of the vineyards is unmatched throughout the world. I think what had ended up happening is that the you know, kind of local farmers were really unable to get the style of wine out of it that's popular to the modern world these days. And so, here's what happened. There was a guy by the name of Alvaro Palacios, and he was from a really big family in Rioja where they made kind of big mass market wine that wasn't incredibly interesting. And so when he became of age, he went to enology school in Bordeaux, and he came back armed with the technology and the modern spirit of what winemaking has become. And so what he did was look around Spain for a new frontier, a new kind of opportunity. And he and 4 other friends that are still making some of the greatest wines in the world found the region of Priorat. And they realized the potential of the before-mentioned vineyards and cultivated them and made wine from them that is among the richest, most beautiful, heaviest wines in the world. The majority of the vines there are Garnacha, very old vine Garnacha, but since a lot of Cabernet Sauvignon, a lot of Syrah, a lot of Merlot, a little bit of Monastrell has been planted throughout the vineyards. And now the region is considered, you know, among the top 2 or 3 in Spain. And the wines are just magical. The only issue with them is that they're a little bit on the spendy side. But if you want a spring for a really rich, highly alcoholic, full-bodied, spicy wine, I don't think you'll find much better than those of the Priorat.